Hello, Deanna here, and thanks so much for being here. So today's video is going to be a book haul. So this is going to be all of the books that I got in the month of August so far, as well as a book that I got in July that wasn't part of my last haul because I got it after I had recorded that video. So here's a bunch of books that I got that I'm just excited to go through. So first book I'm going to show you is Ariadne. So Ariadne is a book by Jennifer Saint, and it is a Greek retelling of the individual Ariadne, as the title would suggest. I already read this one, as you can see. I've annotated it already because I got this one, like I said, in August. I got it about late August, or July, sorry. I got this one in late July, and I already read it as part of my August TBR because I was very much in a Greek mood. I had just finished reading Circe and was very much in that kind of Greek retelling kind of frame of mind. And so this is the story of Ariadne and her helping Theseus and the labyrinth and the Minotaur and all of that Greek mythology, and it's Ariadne's point of view. This one I gave 4 stars already, just to kind of spoil that for you, but I do have a video where I kind of get more in depth about why I gave it 4 stars and just my thoughts, so feel free to check that out. But that was the book that I got at the end of July, was Ariadne. Look how pretty it is. So I love like the gold foil that's on this, that just makes it so pretty. It's just such a pretty cover. I had like this one, or there was the one where it's just like her face, which I did recreate the face one for my journal because it was just a bit simpler than trying to recreate this wonderful thing, and I just, you know, did find it cool to recreate it, but I thought this one is so much prettier that I wanted this as the cover. So I love this cover, it's so pretty. But that was the first book in the haul. So the next book that I'm going to share isn't really a actual like book that you can read. It's more a book that you can like create in, and that's my first ever Scribbles That Matter book. Like, it came in this really cool like board box kind of thing going on. Like, I kind of love that. And then like I got the aqua one. It's got like a pen loop with a pen that comes with it, and like the little thingy for it that we have something for you, thanks for shopping STM. Like, there we go. Like, I've already opened this and was just amazed at how thick it was, and I've already done some like pen testing and all that fun stuff in here. Like, these are some thick pages. She be thick. I think this is the thickest pages I've got for a book because it's 100 and I don't think you can see. I'm trying to show you on the camera. It's 160 GSM. So those are some thick pages. So it's got like the key at the front, and it's got, you know, the index that you can use as well, and then it's got a couple of pen test pages at the back. Only 2, which I'm kind of a little sad about because I already filled them up. But we got my like midliner colors, and I can't even like use the rest for the rest of my new tombos that I've got. I'm gonna have to use like another page for it to test those out on here. But that's what I've got so far. I don't know yet what I'm going to put in this one. It's probably going to be a future bullet journal. Maybe it'll be my next reading journal. I don't know yet, but I just thought it looked really cool and it was on sale, and I wanted to check out what the Scribbles That Matter books were like to kind of compare it to the journals that I have. So there you go. That's the one that I have that I really love. It's the Scribbles That Matter book, and I just think it's so cute and so pretty. So I wanted to show that off because I got that. I actually bought it off of Amazon because it was cheaper than trying to buy it from the actual website, but it's like fulfilled from the website because I'm in Canada, right? So it's not as easy to always get stuff shipped to me here in Canada when it's American products, even though you'd think that would be super easy because it's just right off the border, but you know, policies and shipping and all that good stuff. So sometimes it's just easier to find different ways. So I got this for, I think it was $25 Canadian is what I bought it for. So pretty happy with that price in consideration of some of the prices I've seen for some reading journals or bullet journals. So, but that was when I got excited to play with that someday. And the next book I got is yet again not really a book that you're gonna read, but I'm still loving it. That is a Calligraphy Made Easy by Ashley Gardner. And I got this one from Indigo in Canada, and I think I spent like, yeah, under 20 bucks. I think even like the sticker on it says like $15.95. It's probably what I paid. I love this. I love this for learning how to do some of the like hand lettering, which I have definitely used. Like, look at those hand lettering. I could never before this book. So I just got this book middle of August, about when it was, probably August 12th, I believe, and I was already starting to use the tips and tricks in this within like a day or so. So I just feel I've gotten better and better. Like, here's some of my lettering that I've done, because you get like a couple like to show you test ones, and then you get to like write them out. So I think I've done pretty good considering. Of course you got to use like a certain pens, and I use the Tombow hard tip because that's actually what's recommended in this, and you just get like some ways to like get some information here at the front on like what is calligraphy and kind of where does it come from and how to use calligraphy, and then you get like a whole workbook pretty much of like ways to use it. And so I haven't gotten too into it yet. I'm still just learning some of the original ways, but I take this in any time before I'm about to hand letter anything. I write out a couple hand letters to like make sure I've practiced and I'm ready to go. But that is some of the ways that I've been learning hand lettering and like calligraphy. So that's very fun. I like this. I love this book, and it was pretty good buy for me because it's definitely helped me learning how to do that. So very good buy for me. Okay, so next book I'm going to talk about is a book that I bought early August, and that is The Woman in the White Kimono, and that's by Anna John. So I got this one because this was actually the August book club book that I had chose for the month, because we get 2 choices each month, and I picked to read this one other than the other book, and I ordered it from Amazon, got it within like a day or so, which was great, and read it within like 2 days. I think I finished this book, like maybe like a couple days. Absolutely loved it. Love this book. 5 stars. Made me cry so much. So interesting. Annotated a little bit of it, but not hugely, because honestly I just got so fascinated by the story. It's a bit of a historic fiction kind of story. You're getting 2 points of view, 3rd person I believe it was. Oh no, it is 1st person, sorry. There are 2 1st person point of view. Right. Now I read this about middle of August. I've even got a video up for a review because I just loved it so much. But you've got someone who's like present day. I don't really know when present day is. It just says present day you know, sometime around now, and then you're also going back to like the 1950s. So you're getting that two different point of views from two different women, and it's very interesting how their stories intertwine, and there's just a bit of, the story is essentially one of the main characters falls in love with a American soldier, and she wants to marry this American soldier, but her family does not approve because this all takes place in Japan, and they are still very hurt by the war and everything that happened, so they do not approve of their daughter marrying an American soldier, and just a lot happens, and kind of her relationship between her and her American soldier, and then her and her family, and kind of trying to find what's best for herself, and then how does that play out, and like, oh, it's an emotional read. It's definitely an emotional read, especially when she finds out that she's pregnant. Like, what happens then? So yeah, that's definitely one I cried a lot about. So that was another book I got just at the beginning of August. Next book I got is one of my favorite reads of this year so far. I've already listened to it on audiobook, and so I had to get it in physical copy, and that's The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I just wanted to get an actual physical copy because I only listened to this on audio book, as I said, so I didn't actually get to see like how it's written out. And even though I totally listened to it, and you know, there's little parts where you get like the little if you saw as I was flipping through, you get like the clippings of the newspapers and the articles and stuff, that you hear it in the audiobook, but to see it sometimes is definitely a different experience. But I just really wanted this book because I sobbed so much at the story. And yeah, this one's quite the story. Definitely made me cry. I swear, she's blonde, but anytime I see this, until my brain realizes it's blonde hair, I always think it's like these really fancy earrings or something like that, until I'm like, oh wait, no, it's her blonde curly hair, because Evelyn is quite famous for her blonde curly hair. But yes, this was definitely a good read. I've got a video on this one. I wasn't expecting this book to go where it goes. Just really surprised me, but made me bawl as well in like so many ways. So The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was one I just had to get a physical copy of. Next one I got is because I read 2 books by this author in July and really loved them, so I just wanted another book from her, and that's Colleen Hoover, and this one is Verity, because I've heard so much about this book. Most of it good. I've heard definitely a lot, and I really enjoyed November 9th. I gave that one 5 stars. I liked It Ends With Us. I almost DNF'd it. Got a video. But yeah, that one was a bit of a hard one to get through. So I'm just kind of seeing how Verity is going to be. It's funny how much I've seen this name after getting this book though, which is just interesting. But I don't really know what this book is about other than what it says here. Like, it's creepy. So I'm like, ooh, I haven't read anything of hers that's like really creepy. So I'm kind of interested to see how she's going to handle like thriller kind of. I'm here and there on thrillers. Sometimes I love them. Sometimes I'm like, that's a little too much, a little too intense. So we will kind of see. Usually I love them though. So I think I will enjoy this one. I really hope I do. But I'm really interested to see kind of what's going on with this story, Verity, and what does it mean. Like, all I've done is read the back cover, which I don't even usually do that with some books, because I just like to go in kind of blind. So all I know is like a bit about that there's a writer, her being injured and stuff. So I don't know. I'm very interested. Could it give me a little bit of Misery vibes? I don't know. Probably not. Probably a bit different than that, but I am interested to see where this one goes. So we will see what I think of this one. Then I got one. I was at Shoppers Drug Mart, which is a it's a drug mart, but it's a store. I don't know what the equivalent would be for anyone who's not Canadian. I don't even know, because I don't know what you guys would have as an equivalent. But it's like your pharmacy. It's a pharmacy with like, also sells makeup and sells like just some items like bath items and vitamins and, you know, different things like that. Like, yeah, it's Shoppers Drug Mart. It's here in Canada. Anyone who's in Canada will know what Shoppers Drug Mart is. But when I was there, I found this. And I don't know, I was drawn to it. And I picked it up, and then I saw this right here. Why were we taught to fear witches and not the men who burn them? And I was like, I need this. I need this. I need to see what's your take on this. And it's the Witches of Moonshine Manor. So I'm very interested. I didn't even really check out what this is about. I was just so impulse buy, like saw it, fell in love with this cover. I think it is beautiful. It's so like intriguing. I love like the blue and the yellow and just like the little cauldron. Like love it, all the little witchy things on it. Absolutely love this so much. And then I read like a little tiny bit of the end, but I think all I saw was something about like sisterhood or something like that. And also saw that it is a Canadian author as I was leaving, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I was just very, very impulse buy. Didn't know anything about it and have never even heard of this book. I just saw it on the shelf and I was like, I want that. I'm gonna buy it. And then I took it to the counter, and the individual, the sales rep who was helping me, the cashier who's helping me cash out, she said that, she's like, what is this book? Like, I have seen this book. I've sold 4 copies of this book alone, like just today. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully that's good for Bianca. Is that Bianca Marais? Hopefully that's good news for Bianca. But yeah. Like, I am intrigued to see what this is going to be about. I kind of almost want to save it till October to read it for like an October read, you know, it's a bit of a spooky read. I might even do that with Verity too. I might save these as like October reads, but I don't know. Maybe I'll read them in September and then put the videos out for October. I don't know. But I'm very, very intrigued in this one. So we shall see. Apparently I'm getting in a spooky mood. And then the last book I got, which, I don't know. I kept seeing it. And what's really funny is I saw the author post something saying that the paperback version was coming out next year, March 2023, and I was like, I want that. I love paperback. I'm a paperback girl. I'd rather read a paperback. But then I went on to like pre-order it, and it was giving me issues to pre-order it when I went on Indigo, because I was like, what the heck. And then I saw this one and I was like, I'm just gonna buy this one. I'm just gonna buy this copy. And boy, am I glad that I did, because I ordered it online for pickup. And I love it. I love like the like subtle bit, like the constellation is really pretty, and then how it like subtly, I don't know if it's picking up, but it's got like a subtle bit of like sparkles when it's in the light. It sparkles gold, and like actual sparkles are all embedded in the words, and like I love that in the letters. This is a beautiful copy right here, but this isn't the only reason it's beautiful, because yeah, this is pretty with like the way it like sparkles. Ooh, pretty. It's when you open it, not only is this part like really cool, but you open it and then you like see this, and then this on the back of I remember you. Like, I was just like, wow, okay, this is a really pretty copy. I like this. I mean, I know it says special edition or whatever, but I loved it. It was a little pricey. $30 for Canadian for a book is a lot. But yeah, I mean it was $40 down here and I got it for 30, so that's better. But I just I love all of these like people just giving Victoria Schwab the love that she so deserves. Like I love her as an author. I've got so many of her books, but I didn't read this one yet. And I know this one's a bit different, I think, than her usual, though of course I know it has some of her elements. And I know a bit of like the story. I've been a little spoiled on kind of like a bit of it, like Addie LaRue and how she's a girl that made a deal with like the devil or a demon or something. And now everyone forgets her that meets her. And there's someone I think that finally does remember her. And then there's a bit of that. So I know this is, from what I've heard, is a very character-driven story and not really as much plot. It's more character. And I love character stories. So I'm very interested to see this one. I have been like holding onto this one for a couple weeks now and just like waiting to read it because I'm just like, I want to read it, but I have a couple other books I'm reading right now, so I'm like, no, this one deserves its moment. This one deserves to like just take its time, give it its moment to like read it. I don't know if I can wait until October to read this one because I feel like it would be an October read as well, but that's probably going to be asking me too much to like just sit there and wait on this one when I've already, like, I already spoiled myself a little bit at the beginning by reading some of the like it was a sneak peek into, like, I was on the Indigo website and it was like a sneak peek read and it gave me like the first few pages, and then by the end of those first few pages I was like, I want to read more, I want more. So I know I'm gonna love it. I'm very hopeful, knock on wood, that I'm gonna love it. It's already like, it was pulling me in, just what I did read, so I'm very excited to give this one a read. So out of the books that I hauled for August, I already read 2 of them. So far, actually 3 of them, because I've read The Seven Husbands. So really, the 3 that I'm waiting to read are these 3: The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Verity, and The Witches of Moonshine Manor. So I'm very interested in all of these. I do feel like they give me such like spooky vibes though. Like they give me such October vibes, and I should wait until October to read them, but that's like a whole month away and I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can wait a whole month for all 3 of these, especially since I don't know what else I have on my TBR for September. So I don't know. We shall see. Maybe I'll read them and then I'll reread them in October. These are the 3 that I'm the most excited. Like, well, these are the 3 that I haven't read yet. And then we had all of these ones as well. Like, that's a lot of books. That's a lot of books. That's a lot of books that I just might not seem like a whole lot with some of the people that have like oodles and oodles of hauls. And I know last month I had a bit more because I had that lovely book of Bag of Surprises from Nana. But, and I know 2 of these aren't technically books because they're like whatever these 2 are. But this is what I bought in the month of August and end of July. And that's a lot. You gotta be careful on your, you know, don't want to break the bank. That's enough. That's enough breaking the bank. So I don't know if I'll have what else I'll have to read for September, but these were the awesome haul I got. I'm really excited for these ones. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to put that on my TBR at least for some time soon. I don't know. If I get this out in time and I haven't made my TBR yet, maybe leave a comment. Do you think I should wait to read them until October or just go for it because I'm itching to read them so much and just read it while I'm pumped to read them? But I still got a couple books to get through. I still got some books to finish, so we shall see when these get onto my list. But that's going to be it for me. Those were the books I wanted to share that I got for this haul. I mean, there were little bits that I picked up here and there, clearly, but that's everything that I've gotten over like the last month or so, and I'm just loving them all. So I'm happy with my haul, and I'm happy I can buy books. I'm grateful for that. So that's it. Let me know if you've read any of these books or you're intrigued by any of these books, especially like this one. Let me know if you know anything about this one or have seen that one. I'm definitely interested in checking it out. But I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a like. Appreciate it. Go ahead. Thumbs up down below. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourself, and you will see me next time. Bye!